Rhino Actual, this is Rhino 2-1. Does anyone read? Casualties are in the hundreds. Repeat, both Conestoga-class boats are destroyed. What happened? Private, is there anyone else down there with you?
Yeah, it takes place after Alien 3, but it's sort of the sequel we always wanted to see, if you will, from those of us that really love the Aliens franchise. It takes place, on the Sulaco, on Hadley's Hope, or on LV-426, at the old Hadley's Hope complex, after the atmospheric processor is blown up and that sort of thing. So that's kind of where it takes place. We also end up finding some stuff out about the derelict, and it's just kind of a, good place to be for an Aliens fan. Yeah, it's a first-person shooter that has, obviously drop-in, drop-out co-op, which is, sort of becoming a staple for the Gearbox company. So we really think it's important for people to be able to play with their friends and have a great time experiencing single-player games together. Yeah, you pretty much play as, in the single-player game as a guy named Winters, but there are 3 other folks that you can play as in co-op, and you can kind of pick who you want to play as if you want to play any of those guys. You also have the weapons are modifiable, and so you have kind of like that sort of upgrade path.
Men, we may be standing in the Alamo here. Our only chance is to finish setting up the perimeter with every bullet, every blade, and hold fast until the cavalry arrives.
We want to have things where you can put scopes on there, have things where the grenade launcher on the bottom can change out to a shotgun or those sort of things. So you want to have that kind of exploration of just the main gun, which is their main battle weapon, and then you want to have variations in shotguns, SMGs. Obviously, you got to have the smart gun, sentry turrets, all that. So.
Drop that turret!
Get ready! Here they come! Watch that ammo count, Marines!
Yeah, we call those make-a-stand moments. There's sort of an Alamo situation, and we have a few of those throughout the game. And that's when you get to do something like place a sentry turret and, watch, exits and entrances for Xenos. And, the kind of things that you would sort of want to have when, we kind of saw that in operations in the movie. So you have to have those kind of moments, throughout the game. We're going to definitely expand on the Hive. In the demo, you get to see something we call the Crusher. And the Crusher, for example, is really hard to shoot from the front. But if you can make your way around him, then you can, shoot, whether it's with a team or, shoot him from the rear, and it's much easier to kill him. You can also use some of the environment for it, or use your teammates, whatever. And that's the kind of thing that we want to have. That's just one example of something that's the difference between a movie and an interactive experience, is you have to have these kind of types. I think we see that in like a Left 4 Dead style game where you have variations of zombies, right? But you kind of expect that to see the full Hive, if you will. And so we have things that are defending the Queen. We have just a full life cycle if we can.
What is that? Nobody's home! Yes, we got bored.
Not only has Fox done a really good job of archiving everything, whether it's costumes or locations or whatever, but we've also been able to work with people like Sid Mead, Ron Cobb, and some of these guys, as well as people like Craig Mullins, who have helped us to explore the universe, who's some of the greatest, sort of concept art painters and out there. So, but Sid Mead has been really great because he's invented new areas for us, and he knows like the interior of the Sulaco because he invented it all. Well, hell, he invented the whole, future basically. But so that's been really good working with him. So as we explore areas that were never in the movie, we're now able to do that in a way that feels very, if you will, authentic. But it's not about making, a sim or a recreation of the sets. This isn't that kind of thing. But we want to make sure that when you are there, that it looks exactly like you expect it to look. It'll be in 2012. So yeah.